Hey guys, so wait, what? I'm posting a tutorial? It has been so long since I've actually posted a tutorial on this channel. I don't know, but it's probably been like 2 years. When I first started, I got really excited and I started posting a couple of videos here and there, and I got some really good feedback from you guys. And then I was striving for some sort of perfection in these videos, and you know, I kept filming so many videos and nothing was ever good enough to make it to my channel for me to actually post it. But then I just eventually realized that's not even the point. I just want to be me. And I also decided that I want to start vlogging as well, and I needed some advice because I didn't know if I should make a separate vlog channel or if I should just include my vlogs here on this page. So anybody watching this video, please leave me a comment and let me know, would you be annoyed if I like added some vlogs to this channel? Or would you rather go to a separate channel and subscribe there? Really excited. This year it has been, you know, I feel like almost the entire month of January just like planning what I want this year to be for me and the next couple of years of my life. But for everybody that is still following me and watching this video, thank you so much for still being loyal and still being here. I know so many people have commented and asked me when I was going to post another tutorial since way long ago. So I decided to start out with this look. This is the makeup look that JLO wore to the People's Choice Awards earlier in January, and I saw her look, and this was something that was you know, not so dramatic and crazy, and it was actually really simple to recreate. I'm excited for this year ahead, and I hope you are too, and hugs and kisses! Alright, so starting with a fresh face, I am going to begin by doing my eyebrows, and I am going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil in a medium brown. This has become my eyebrow holy grail. It's pretty much something I use all the time, and guys, I only have started doing my eyebrows, I would say, probably for the last 2 years, and I have never even been to an eyebrow place, eyebrow salon, whatever, a place to get my eyebrows done. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, so I'm not like some big eyebrow expert, but this makes it so nice and easy for any beginner people, eyebrow people, to, you know, really shape their eyebrows the way that they want it, and it's really easy to handle. So this is my fave. I literally have like 3 or 4 on deck. So JLO didn't have crazy defined eyebrows in this look, so as I fill in my eyebrows, I'm just going to make sure to not put too much pressure so I don't get some really defined harsh lines. So now I'm going to take my Morphe M113 brush, and I am using my Bobbi Brown foundation stick. I believe the color is a 3, but I pretty much use something that is lighter than my skin tone to carve out my eyebrows. But like I said, I'm not going to make it too crazy defined. I'm just going to clean them up and make it a little neater. Now taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, which I love to use even when I don't do my eyebrows. I feel like they just keep them in place. I call it my eyebrow hairspray. Yeah, I'm just going to swipe that over my eyebrows and give it a nice finished look. Using my Master Palette by Mario, I am going to take this color, Isabel, which I'm going to use as a nice transition color. It's kind of like a orangish brownish, and I pretty much like to use it as a base for everything, to be honest. Using a crease brush, I'm going to drag this color from the outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to kind of just go all throughout my crease and then kind of drag it towards the inner corner of my eye. This is going to serve as a base for the darker color, but I'm just trying to build up right now with this lighter color, and then it won't look, you know, it'll just look nice and blended once I add the darker color to it. I'm going to take Muse, which is kind of like a darker rose gold, but has some like red in it, with the satin finish, and I'm pretty much going to go over the same thing that I did with the, you know, burnt orange color Isabel. So as I continue to kind of go over it, you know, layer by layer, I'm just going to make sure that I deepen it up, as well as make sure that I get on those inner corners and deepen that up as well. Now I'm going to take a small little brush and use my MAC paint pot in soft ochre, and I am going to go over my eyelids. I'm not going to go too high up. I'm not trying to do a cut crease or anything like that. I just am going to put on a light pearly shadow, so I just wanted to really show. So this color base is going to allow me to put that color on and make sure that it actually really shines through. Taking my Morphe M124 brush, I am going to use Marina, which is like a champagne color, and I am going to put that on top of what I just previously did with the paint pot and just lightly dab that over my eyelids. Taking my Morphe M222 brush, I'm going to use the same color we just used before, which was Muse, and I'm pretty much going to connect it from what I had just previously done. So I'm going to go connect it from the outer corner of my eye to the inner corner of my eye of my lower lash line, and I'm using a little bit of a thicker brush because I actually want more color on my lower lash line. In JLO's look, she had it pretty prominent, so that's why I'm using a bigger brush than I normally would use. Now I'm going to use some makeup wipes to pretty much just clean up a little bit of the mess underneath my eyes. And normally I like to make like a sleek straight line, but that is not what JLO has in her look. So I'm just going to dab it a little bit so it just cleans it up. So next I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the color Banana, and I'm going to use it to highlight. So I'm going to put this underneath my eyes and then a teeny bit on my forehead, on my nose, above my lip, and on my chin. Now taking my Hello Flawless foundation from Benefit in Toasted Beige, which is actually a darker color than I normally use. I usually use the beige, but when I like to try to feel a little tanner than normal, I always go for a shade that's a teeny bit darker. And I'm going to apply that with my stippling brush, and I'm just going to make sure that I don't touch the areas that I have already highlighted. Using my beauty blender, I am going to blend in all the highlight that I have underneath my eyes and kind of just blend in everything else that looks a little harsh that's on my face. Just a little tip, this is kind of to myself and to you guys, do not throw your beauty blender in your makeup bag. I apparently had some glitter in there, and when I first started blending this in, all I did was get a patch of glitter all over my face. So yeah, that was some unnecessary extra steps I had to take the glitter off, so just an FYI. Now it's time to set my face with some Ben Nye banana powder, and I'm going to use a eye blending brush. I don't know if this brush is for that, but it literally works perfectly, and it gets right underneath my eyes, and it also packs on like a generous amount of banana powder to put underneath my eyes. I usually just set my eyes for the time it takes me to put my eyeliner on and one more makeup step, and then I just kind of wipe it off after I'm done with that. Using my Sephora liquid liner in black, I was about to do a wing liner because that's what I am so used to doing on the daily, and I really should have done this with a regular eyeliner pencil, maybe something a little more creamy, but whatever, this is what I did. I went from the inner corner of my eye and I did not wing it out, so I went all the way to the outer corner and kind of just stopped right there. And I will be doing that to both of my eyes. And now I'll actually take what I was supposed to use, which is a black eyeliner pencil from Urban Decay, and I am going to line my waterline. I'm taking it from the outer corner in, but I actually later on take it all the way kind of into my inner tear duct. And I'll also be adding some to my upper waterline as well, the inner portion. Now taking a clear blending brush, I said clear, I meant clean blending brush, I am going to just blend in what I did with my champagne eyeshadow and what I had done previously, and just make sure there's no harsh lines there. Using my favorite mascara, which is my Colossal by Maybelline, I usually just get it from a CVS, I am going to do my upper and lower lashes. So yes, after my liner and lashes, it is time to brush away any of that excess setting powder off my face. So using my other foundation stick in the color Almond, which is number 7, I am going to contour a little bit. So I'm going to add some dots just above my forehead and a little bit on my nose to contour that as well. And then I'm going to add some to my cheekbones and lastly my jawline. And using a smaller stippling brush, I am going to just blend that all in. And when it comes to my nose, I usually don't even like to use a brush or anything like that. I like to just blend it in lightly with my fingers and just kind of smudge it around until I feel like it's right. Taking my Too Faced Royal Flush Blush palette, which is kind of a tongue twister, I'm going to take the color Baby Love, which is like a brownish. We're going to keep the entire look on that brown color scheme. Now I'm going to take my Ardell Wispy eyelashes, which are kind of like my go-to lashes lately. I say lately because I kind of go in phases, and I sometimes like huge ones all the time, and sometimes I like the smaller natural looking. No, I don't like ever natural looking. I'm totally lying. I don't know why I said that, but these wispies are considered my natural look, so I really like this. Well, natural look for my eyelashes. So yeah, JLo's look on the eyelashes also was pretty wispy. Nothing too crazy dramatic, so I thought that these fit perfect. Using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, I am going to use the color White Sands. I'm going to take a smaller brush and highlight my upper lip, and then I'm going to go to my nose, which is always my fave to highlight. And then I'm going to use a smaller brush and kind of just go in on my brow bone to give it a lifted look. And off camera, I don't know when I did this or if I didn't record it, but I also did a little highlight on my cheekbones as well. Now I'm going to line my lips with this Urban Decay brown color, which is in the color Liar. I'm going to line my lips, and then I also kind of fill it in a little, but not all the way. Now to finish off the lips, I'm going to take Kylie Cosmetics lip gloss in the color Like. It is a gloss, but it does have a brownish tint to it, and I really think this is like one of the first glosses that I have bought because I don't ever buy lip glosses. I mean, aside from when I was like 10 years old, I think that was the last time I actually really wore a gloss. So I'm happy that I found something that I do like. And yes, now that our makeup look is done, we are moving on to the hair. So let me take this hair out. It is kind of a mess right now, but that's all right because I'm going to put it back in a ponytail. So I'm pretty much going to, not going to make a perfect line down the center because she doesn't have a perfect line kind of look. So I'm kind of like, you know, budging it a little bit and just making it a nice straight uneven line, if that makes any sense. So now I'm going to take a paddle brush and brush my hair through, make sure I have no knots in it because I am going to start straightening it. And I'm just going to kind of divide my hair up in sections however you want, and I just like to straighten it like this as opposed to already straightening it when it's in a ponytail because it can get kind of bumpy. So I'm going to straighten it beforehand and then I'll put it in a ponytail. Now that I'm done straightening my hair, I am going to get my hairspray ready and also get a little thin comb so I can just make sure that all my baby hairs are nice and flat to my head. And I'm going to pretty much just start spraying all over my hair and making sure everything's nice and down and no lumps anywhere. I'm going to be pulling out some baby hairs on the side. I don't want too much out on the side, but I'm going to pull out baby hairs on both sides of my hair, and then I'm going to pull the ponytail back. With the ponytail holder, I am going to put my hair in a ponytail. And to complete the entire look, I have these earrings that I got from H&M, and they match perfectly with the ones that JLo had on. And there you have it. This is my final look all put together, and I hope you guys are excited for my first video you know, back in action, because I'm excited already to make the next one and post it for you guys. In the meantime, just to kind of keep updated on what I'm doing and when I'm going to post my next videos, just follow me on my other social media. My Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter is actually all the same. It is at Doris Josie, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.